The real problem with the patriarchy is that it is an infinite hierarchy and it's an infinite game of king of the hill. And right now, we're watching this game play out between the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world because they cannot decide who's going to be the king of the hill. The good news that comes along with that is that we can all breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief because this does not really appear to be about oppressing people. That's like a side effect that they're fine with. But what this really was all about was men enriching themselves in order to secure their spot at the top of the patriarchy. They're both trying to use each other for their own means. And now that they've both figured this out, they're really, really mad at the other person. Because basically, Trump was using Elon to become the richest man in the world, and Elon was using Trump to become the most powerful man in the world. They were trying to destiny swap. The moment they both realized it was happening, they decided to turn on one another to prevent the destiny swap from completing. They have basically turned this entire administration now into a den of snakes. This is going to be an endless snake biting contest until, somebody hobbles out of there covered in snake bites and just gives up. Honestly, the best case scenario for us, I've been uneasy since the election because I've been having like USSR flashbacks. And the thing that I did not account for is that those men were hell-bent on control and oppression, not necessarily enriching themselves. Like that would have been a nice side benefit. But since we live in a capitalistic country, it's exactly the opposite, right? The main goal is to enrich yourself because that's what equals power. And then the oppression or the stagnation of the citizens is kind of a side benefit. Like if we can have that, then that's nice. But at the end of the day, anything that really gets in the way of the rich men making more money, it has to go. That's why the tariffs were never going to be permanent. The SAVE Act wasn't going to pass. That's why they can't like actually take credit cards or lines of credit away from women because ultimately it means a lower bottom line. Women are the ones that contribute the most to the economy, and they're the ones that actually sustain the economy rather than what men do, which is spend their money on sports betting and OnlyFans models, which it's the women that really keep the economy like up and running. That's why they're not pushing down fully on the oppression pedal. They're definitely pushing on the confusion, discombobulation pedal. They're definitely doing that, but it's all in order to stimulate a stock market. The end goal of everything is still to make the most money. And basically, Donald Trump was hoping to get money out of Elon Musk so that he could be both the richest and most powerful man in the world. And once again, Elon Musk was hoping that he would receive power from Donald Trump in return for his money. And once they realized that they were both trying to play each other, and now they're pulling out all the stops. And the whole thing is honestly so Mean Girls coded too, except for they're both Regina George with the burn book. Like, I can't wait to see where the rest of this goes because it is as entertaining as it is like such a huge relief. Stay safe out there, everybody. Godspeed.